Welcome back, everyone. So let's get scrapping. This particular mall fight was between two older teens. Technically, one of them was an adult. One had already turned 18. The other was just below, did it say 16 or 17? So a slight age difference, but definitely a lot different when it comes to how they will be charged and treated by the law, the legal system.
So, should have looked that up before fighting.
Yes. Anyway, the interesting parts of it, or the unique parts of it was, this fight was actually advertised, kind of, or mentioned on social media. I'm not sure if they really wanted to get a crowd, but they definitely did get a crowd forming around the two combatants. And the police had also heard about this on social media, and they were using the social media to try and combat this. They were coming out on social media and saying, we know what you're doing, we know what you're planning, and don't do it. We're going to be there, we're going to stop you, we're going to arrest you, don't you dare. Nobody listened. Everybody showed up for the fight at the agreed time. Also, the police showed up. And as soon as the two ladies, the two combatants started flailing around, scrapping, fighting, the police jumped straight in and separated them. So they didn't harm each other too badly, but they did get arrested. But then the 200 plus spectators who had shown up to witness the fight, they didn't want to go home. The police were trying to persuade them to go home. Then they closed down the mall and said, if you don't go home now, you are technically trespassing, so you're all going to get arrested too. But then little squabbles and scuffles and fights started breaking out among the crowd. Some kid even got shot in the leg.
What?
I wish there was more...
It went from flailing to shooting?
Yes. I wish there was more explanation on that part. Why did this kid get shot in the leg?
There's nothing more in the article?
No. I guess I could have looked it up, but I didn't. I hope that kid's okay. Don't know why it went that far. But anyway, it kind of, even though the police knew about it, they tried to stop the kids showing up. They didn't stop, and they wouldn't go home, and it was still chaos despite what seems to be quite a good effort by the police. So anyway, I guess maybe they'll have to do some internal reviewing to see what exactly caused this to escalate so far and why the police were so ineffective in this case. So there you have it. Not your typical mall fight. So further to that unusual story, maybe some element of this is a bit predictable. You know, teenagers fighting. I think, I don't know about in Korea, maybe not in Korea, but I think at some point in most Western teenagers' lives, we've seen at least one teenage fight. So
been in them, whatever.
Or been in them, yeah. So maybe, John, you can relate to this. Did kids in your middle and high school often egg other students on when they fought?
Well, when me and my brother fought.
Oh yes, your school was just
the other brother to egg us on. No, actually, despite being homeschooled, I did see school fights before. Like they're common. Even if you're not in school, you'll see a couple. And I mean, children. This is just entertainment to the nth degree. So absolutely, they will be egging on. They will be cheering for one side or the other. They might even get involved if they feel close enough. But yeah, absolutely, 100%. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Adults do the same. So
I guess, it's like to the onlooker, it's more like just a boxing match. Yeah. You know, and adults will quite happily scream for two men beating.
Yeah. Inside, outside, you're just like, oh, maybe I should stand away. Maybe I should. But inside, you're like, come on, let's do it. Let's get them.
We are quite violent creatures.
Like the bus driver?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
The bus driver.
That's a deep dig. You'll have to weed through a lot of episodes to find the bus driver story.
I have told that story twice, so it shouldn't. Hopefully, it should be findable. So next question is: do young students today, in your country, America, often hang out in malls?
I mean, seeing as such, I'm such a young fellow, and I'm very connected with the youths of America as I live in Korea, a 30-some-odd-year-old man. I would have to say probably, maybe. No, I think a little bit still happens. It's not as popular as it used to be. Of course, when I was young, there was Walmart and the mall. That was your choices. The mall during the day, Walmart at night. It's 24 hours open 24 hours. But these days, it seems that the mall has dropped off on popularity for children hanging out. Some do, obviously, to fight, but not as much as it used to be. It seems like.
I've heard the same. Hanging out, in the shopping center was a common thing when I was young.
Yeah,
it was a bit of a meeting place.
Yeah, exactly.
Not so much these days. Go and watch an old 90s teen pop music video and you'll see.
Oh yeah, that's always just mall footage. Oh, it looks different back then. It hits different. It's so different.
Okay, well, while John and I go and enjoy a little bit of nostalgia, you guys should go and check out all the fight and talk that you can find in the vocab section.
There's some good ones today.
There's some really good ones for describing all different types of fights and beef and flailing or fighting well, fighting badly. Oh, you're going to love it. So go enjoy and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Minor.
Minor.
Beef.
Beef.
Get ahead of something.
Get ahead of something.
Flail.
Flail.
Finesse.
Finesse.